Efforts are still underway to rescue those 12 boys and their coach trapped now for 11 days in that flooded cave in Thailand. It is still not clear how they will get out. Joining us now with his thoughts is Cade Courtley. He's a former Navy SEAL and author of the SEAL Survival Guide. Cade, we really appreciate your service. We appreciate your expertise in this. So listen, we keep talking about how the clock is ticking, that time is of the essence. How much time do you think authorities have to figure out how to get these boys out?
Well, let's assess this situation that we have right now. We found them. They have food. They have water. They have shelter. There are no major medical issues or injuries. They have communications, and they have medical staff standing by. So given the situation, in my experience, I would consider this relatively stable and non-life-threatening. It's not convenient, but it's stable and non-life-threatening, which means we have the luxury of time. And with that time, we are able to do a threat analysis, a risk analysis on all of our options. And I keep hearing the option of dive them out. And I think that should be the very last option.
Why? Why don't you like that option?
Okay, so when I was at SEAL Team 1, I was part of a very special dive unit. So I have thousands of hours underwater doing operations with zero visibility, limited to no space. And it took two professional divers multiple times and over 90 minutes to finally get to this crew, the soccer team. All right? Those were two professional cave divers. And now you're going to ask someone as young as 11 who might not be able to swim to go ahead and put on a new piece of equipment and make that same journey back. That's going to take at least 90 and more likely 2 hours to get back through that situation after the 10 plus days they've endured of exhaustion, fear, this and that. And by the way, you're going to put something on and breathe underwater for the first time and you have a hard time swimming. There are so many ways that can go wrong. Unlike a dive in the ocean where if you have an equipment failure, you ascend to the surface. That doesn't happen in these tunnels.
But listen,
and it's just asking way too much.
Yeah, I appreciate that's a really good perspective that you have, and it's obviously chilling. But the problem is that the weather could turn. I mean, I know you say that the situation is stable, and that's comforting to hear. But it is monsoon season. The weather could change. The weather is predicted to change. And what if the cave starts flooding again?
Allison, if in 2018, given the huge team of experts that we have on the ground there, if they can't figure out a way to divert, dam, and shore up any additional water from entering a cave entrance and utilize some of the pumps that we have in this world that can be airlifted in there within an hour that have the ability of removing over 1,000 gallons of water a minute. If we can't do that in 2018 and we're saying diving is our best option, that's a problem. Now, I'm in Colorado, and it's easy for me to say, but if they're not having that discussion in Thailand, we have a problem. If you're going to ask an 11-year-old to make a dive that a former Navy SEAL who specialized in diving would have a challenge making this dive. I hate to say this, but some of these kids are going to die in an effort to try and bring them out using dive equipment.
Well, Cade, you just could not be stating it any more plainly and sounding the alarm here. And we hope and have faith that people with this expertise are on the ground there to figure out how to get them out some other way. Cade Courtley, thank you again very much for your service. Happy 4th of July to you.